Welcome to DHL MEA's Innovation Center.
One of 4 in the world. This one's in Dubai. Let's go inside and see what we've done. Once we enter the Innovation Center, you have a visitor management system where you enter your details. Then we have a signage screen which shows the details of the event in the showroom. Then once you walk towards this side, we have a featured video wall which showcases different technologies that are available within the Innovation Center. Now let's head into the showroom.
Inside the showroom, DHL showcases the latest innovations in the logistics industry. What we've set up for them here is a digital canvas that they use to pretty much seamlessly send content out in a unique aspect ratio. Not only that, we've set up multiple interactive screens in this space that they can use to showcase the experience to their clients.
We've also set up this space for medium to large scale events. We have a large format LED display over here. We have telecam cameras connected to the TriCaster TC1 system, which allows for broadcasting and streaming. We also have DNB high performance speakers and subs in the ceiling. We also have RGB stage lighting, which can set the mood for events. Isn't that right?
So this is the heart of the showroom. Not only can I monitor what's happening inside the showroom, but I can control all the things inside the showroom. I have camera control, I have video control and input switching using TriCasters. I have audio control using Allen and Heath, and then studio monitors from Granteq.
All of this is powered by this equipment kept within these 2 racks. So we have the audio systems kept within these racks. And then the next rack, we have all the video systems along with the lighting console that's placed over here. All of this control is powered by Q-SYS.
So this is the boardroom where we've set up a video conferencing system that includes a 110-inch display, a Cisco Roombar Pro, Q-SYS ceiling speakers, a Shure ceiling tile, and a room control using the Cisco Navigator. Can you hear me? All clear?
Yes, loud and clear. Come over to this room.
So currently we're in a divisible room. This can be set up in 2 ways, combined mode and individual mode. Right now we're in the combined mode where we're using 2 mics, which is a combination of both the rooms, using both the room speakers as well. We have an audience camera, we have a presenter camera, and on will, you can switch between combined mode and individual mode with just a touch of a button. So I'm going to go to individual mode, I just press this.
So the status of all these meeting rooms can be monitored using the Cisco Navigators that are there or over the net. So Jatin, we're in DHL's virtual studio here, which we set up. Can you tell us how DHL is using this?
Yeah, for sure. We have studio lighting, which is above us. So we've given RGB lighting for this. We have given cold bow lights also. We have Shure podcast mic, which we're using to have this podcast. We also have 3 camera setups, and all these feeds are basically going into a SQ5 mixer. All these sound systems are then being fed into the vMix, which is the back that they're using. Why they have selected vMix is because all the innovation centers around the world, which are in Singapore, in Bonn, Germany, as well as in Chicago, also have vMix. So they want to have podcasts all around the spaces where they can have vMix calls as well, so that all the innovation centers are connected together.
And like you said, one of 4 in the world.
One of 4
we're sitting in one of them.
I think we're sitting in the best one.
Okay.
And all 4 innovation centers have really one purpose. We are the places for our customers, for our colleagues to discover and deeply engage with DHL thought leadership and really get inspired about what is next in logistics and foster those creative, collaborative discussions. This is the space that is designed to have a discussion. We want it to be open, we wanted it to foster creativity. It's not a museum, it's truly a collaborative space. So technology plays an important part to make the discussions flow, to also inspire, and we want them to feel innovation from everything.
It was fundamental, not optional. An innovation center exists to show people what is possible, not to tell them about this. If the technology doesn't work, or it works but feels clunky, that breaks the whole idea of the space. Visitors are forming an impression of the space from the moment they walk in, and a lot of that is shaped by how the technology around them behaves. So getting the technology right wasn't a nice to have, it was the thing that made the concept actually work. The goal is that people are not thinking about the technology at all. They just focus on the conversation or the content. That only happens when the system are properly integrated and reliable. In a space like innovation centers, you're hosting senior decision makers, potential partners, leadership from across the region. So there is no room for, hold on, let me restart this. Good redesign is mostly invisible. You only really notice it when it goes wrong. We needed someone who could truly understand how the space would be used, what we were trying to achieve, and make sure there were enough room for creativity and any future topics we haven't even thought of yet. From our side, we bring bring the business knowledge, the use case and technology understanding up to a certain level, but we needed an expert who could take all of that and connect the dots. Not just deliver a system, but actually help us think it through. Back at the time, we had a second project running in parallel in Germany, which meant a lot of the Dubai work had to happen remotely. You can't micromanage that. You need to trust that the people on the ground know what they are doing and will flag the right things at the right time. For me, it came down to exactly that, trust. Granteq team told it like it was. They were really realistic and pragmatic, and whatever question we asked, they had a confident answer. It was never a price-driven conversation, it was value-driven. That matters a lot when you are building something that has to serve as a space, as a complex and multi-purpose as an innovation center.
Beyond the obvious technical fit, what stood out was the way that they engaged with our team from the beginning. They were genuinely interested in understanding what we were trying to achieve with the space and really trying to customize the solution as much as possible. And when you're leading a project like this, you need people who are as invested in the outcome as you are, and this was clear from the start. From my perspective, what stood out was the way they communicated with us and the quality of deliverables. In complex integrations like the one for the Innovation Center, there's always unexpected challenges, and the way that a partner that you work with handles it really makes a difference. Granteq flagged issues early. They came up with solutions rather than just mentioning what the problem is, and managed to keep the project going. So a project like this involves a lot of stakeholders and a lot of different voices. And part of my role was to make sure that all of these stayed aligned and that we went in the same direction, and that every day we achieved a little bit more than the day before to make sure that the Innovation Center gets completed on time. And what ultimately made this possible was everyone being genuinely committed to achieving the same outcome and creating an experience that leaves a lasting impression on every person who walks through the door at the Innovation Center. The Middle East is a strategically important region for DHL, and having this space in Dubai elevates what's possible for us. You know, when clients, customers, and partners walk through the doors, they immediately understand what DHL stands for. Over time, I expect it to become even more of a hub for co-creation and partnership in the region, and personally, having led this project, that's something that I am very proud of.
I believe that it's important to actually have a place where we can connect with our colleagues, with our customers, but also with the ecosystem of inventors and startups, and we are really a gateway for the new ideas. I have a fantastic example of one of the startups that participated in Fast Forward Challenge, our startup competition here in Middle East, and now we are deploying their solution in Asia Pacific and Singapore. So we really serve at that entry point for a lot of great new ideas, and we inspire also our colleagues and our customers to create future-ready supply chains.
Last but not the least,
We've also equipped the outdoor space with D&B speakers so that these speakers can be used for outdoor events as and when needed. They're positioned right behind me, on my right and on my left.
and that's a wrap. See you on the next one.
See you.